Welcome to Tree Dog Tuesday, only on the Fueled by Joy Working Dog Podcast.
Hi everyone, Wade Graskowitz here, owner of Joy Pet Foods here in Illinois. Just want to reach out today and first of all, thank everybody that supports Joy Dog Food. We appreciate everything that every single customer for Joy does for us. We're still a small, family-owned pet food company, USA-made products, born and raised right here. Another reason I wanted to jump on here today is hunting season's in full swing, and this time of the year, you'll learn that, and I did too, if you start seeing your dog with no stamina, no energy, weight loss, issues with the hair and the coat, and, after 2 or 3 days, your dog just doesn't want to come out of the dog box. Guys, there's an issue. And I just want to challenge you guys, if you're not feeding Joy Dog Food, give us a try. I'm very confident that if you give us a try and you're feeding a product that you're not satisfied with or your dog's not satisfied with, once you try Joy Dog Food, you will not switch back. You won't. And if something happens and you're having issues, please pick up the phone and call 1-800-245-4125 and personally ask for me, Wade Graskowitz, the owner. And again, thank you very much for your support of Joy Dog Food.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is another Tree Dog Tuesday, and I am joined by a few special guests here. The most notable of which would be little Jaxon Cable, the two-time youth national champion on the UKC side. Jaxon, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
You're doing good. You had a big weekend, I hear.
Yeah.
Let's start off with one big question I got for you. Who's the better handler, you or your dad?
Dad.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah.
Well, you've won the national championship with two different dogs, 2 years in a row, back to back, one in Iowa and one in Indiana. I want you to tell me, of those two dogs you've had, Lone Shark, what was the name of the other one, Kevin? I can't even remember. You sold him, I know.
Less fame, more fortune.
That's right. It was Less Fame, More Fortune. You was on a big hot streak with him and then went into youth nationals with them. And Jaxon, if I remember right, you had a pretty big score last year in Iowa too with him, didn't you?
Yeah. 800.
You had 800. That's pretty good. Was it a good cast? Do you remember that far long ago? You've won so many since then.
Yeah.
Can you tell me if you like fortune more than money, than shark?
I like shark better.
You do like shark better. Well, that's probably a good thing. I like shark pretty good too. I've seen him do some good work. You also done some work in the bench show too. What dog did you handle in the bench show?
Dylan.
Dylan, what's that dog like? I don't know anything about show dogs. Angie, are you there too?
I'm here.
All right, Angie, you're going to have to help me out with the show dog stuff. So, Jaxon, how'd the bench show go, buddy?
Good.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
I won in my 8-year-old class. There wasn't nobody else. And then
You showed for overall junior.
I showed for overall junior. I got beat by my buddy Owen Norbit.
Well, my gosh, was that one of your mom's dogs too or not?
He's owned by Leslie and Eric Brooks.
He was owned by Leslie and Eric Brooks.
Nice. Well, good job. Is there a dual handler award in that, Angie?
There wasn't this year. They have in years past, but they didn't get a whole lot of participation, so they hadn't been doing it the last few years.
I got you. Well, you guys hosted this in Milton, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How was the turnout? Was it a pretty good turnout?
It was a really good turnout. We hunted 49 dogs Friday night, 44 dogs Saturday, I believe it was, and we showed 52 individual kids. They can only show one dog apiece. So
I got you. Well, that seems like a very good turnout. UKC does a really good job with their youth national hunt, and that's the only major youth UKC hunt I've been to. But it seems like they really knock it out of the park. I know Trevor does a lot of work going into that, and it's looked like they had another good hunt this weekend, or last weekend.
Yeah. Yep, really good. Weather cooperated. We had dogs from all over the country, so we were pleased with the turnout.
Well, good deal. All right, Jaxon, I want you to tell me how your cast went.
It went good. What one?
Which,
Friday night.
Yeah, your Friday night cast. Let's start with the first one.
You don't remember or what?
Mm.
When we turned loose over at the very first spot.
We turned loose. I got struck and treed, and the other two dogs got struck and treed. I had a coon, and they was in the ground.
Was you feeling pretty good after that? Did you think you was setting pretty, or did you think you needed another coon to win it?
I think I needed another coon to win it.
Did you get another coon?
We called timeout and moved.
Yeah.
For 50.
I struck for
50.
50, and then I treed way for the country,
Yeah.
and we walked to him, and he had a coon, and the other dogs was treed. We went to them, and they both had a coon,
Yeah.
and then
Call timeout.
we called timeout, and we moved spots again.
Where'd you get
I
struck?
struck for
Where'd you get struck for on the next one?
100, and then I treed for 100,
Yeah.
and
They covered you.
they covered me.
Did you say?
And
now,
I had a
hold
coon.
on a second, Jaxon. Did you say you got struck for 100 too?
Yeah,
Well, nice. Yeah, you strike him, but I'm starting to wonder whether you're not the better handler because I know I've never seen your dad get that dog struck for 100.
yeah.
So you got struck for 100. You got treed first for 125, and everything come in there to him. Did you have a coon on that one too?
Yeah.
Oh God, sounds like Money's loan shark was really treating him that night.
Yeah.
Is that what he's like most of the time?
Sometimes.
Well, that's about like all of them, except I think he may do it a little more often than mine.
Yeah.
So do you know what that puts you at right there as far as score wise?
I think that gave him 600 at that
Yeah.
point in time.
How much time was left in the hunt at that time, Kevin? They're just hour cast, right?
No, they was actually these here are all 90 minutes.
Oh, good. 90-minute cast. I like that. So did they call timeout again after that one, or did you guys just recut?
We recut. We run out of spots after that, so we just recut, and there is a bigger section. Got them all gathered up and cut back loose. And you want to tell the rest after that, or you remember?
I don't.
Then they one dog struck, took some minus, come back in, and they treated it, and it left, and then that minus that dog out,
Mm-hmm.
and then an English dog struck for 100, treated for 100 and a quarter, and then Shark struck for 75 and treated for 100 and a quarter, and they both had coons, and that killed the hunt.
Yeah.
Finally walked to both of them, and it was over. That gave him 8 and a quarter.
So he had, let's see, last year what did he have? 800, 850, something like that, or 8 and a quarter
Yeah,
last year too?
I think 800 he had last year.
Gee whiz, kid's racking up scores with these dogs, ain't he?
Yeah,
Afraid to strike on
ain't afraid to get them on the paper.
Jaxon, is Money pretty easy to call?
Yeah.
Is he a lot easier than Less Fame, More Fortune was?
No.
About the same?
Say 4 was a little bit easier to call. Every time he come treat, he located. And
Yeah.
Money, he don't always locate when he comes treat.
Yeah. But Jaxon, you're pretty good about getting him treed, not drawing any minus, it sounds like. You're not treating him too quick.
Yeah. I waited a little longer.
Well, how long do you wait on him? Do you let him settle in pretty good before you tree him, or you kind of pull the trigger pretty fast?
Just depends.
Just depends on what the score is and what your mood is.
Yeah.
He knows it. He knows if he's in there by himself and nothing's around him, he just takes his time, make sure he's treed. But if they're all jammed up out of the truck, he's pretty quick on his feet.
Yeah. And Kevin, we talked, I know when we were at the junction hunt, we were talking about kids and you talking about how hard Jaxon likes to hunt and how much he enjoys it. And I was talking about mine and stuff too. Has Jaxon always, since he was big enough, because ever since I've seen him big enough, he was always talking about coon dogs and wanting to coon hunt and stuff. Has he had that since the first time he could remember what dogs was, and he's been like that forever, or does his hunting kind of come and go?
Well, we kind of took him a little bit when he was little and different stuff, and then once, last year?
Last May was his first hunt.
Last May, a little bit before then, he was kind of really starting to get into it. Before then, he'd kind of go, if some buddies and stuff come over, he was gung-ho, wants to go. And if it was just me, he didn't really want to go with just me.
Yeah.
But last May, he got kicked off in the hunts and was wide open, wants to go every time he got a chance to go. I kind of take him a drop or two, then bring him back home. But when he's in school, he don't get to hunt much because school always comes first. But and if Duel or my buddy Lance is going, you about can't make him stay at home. He's going rain or shine.
Jaxon, what is it that you like about coon hunting in the hunt so much? Just being in the competition side of it. Do you like that more than just pleasure hunting?
Yeah,
How come?
because I have competition.
Yeah. Are you a pretty competitive little kid?
Yeah,
What's worse, losing or going to school?
going to school.
Well, I don't blame you there. Angie, on the show side of it, is that something that he's really enjoyed and took into too? Because I assume he got to start that a lot earlier than he got to start handling in the hunts.
Yeah, we ran the youth series with Kevin's sister back in 2020, and then a friend of ours, Brooklyn Sargent, in 21. And Jaxon would go to all those hunts with us. Well, they were all using the dogs, so he toted around a little Slinky dog for like 2-3 years. So
Yeah.
he's pretty famous for the Slinky dog.
Yeah.
Once he turned 5, he was eligible to start competing in the youth competition. So every year since 5, 6, 7, and 8, now he's won his age category at the Nationals. He's been in the top 4 of the race series each year for the bench show. And then he won the race series this year. It's called the Spotlight Race Series
Yep.
for UKC. He won the night hunt part this year. So, and finished, I think, 3rd or 4th again in the bench show point. So, yeah, he's had his hand on show dogs for as long as he probably can remember. He actually told me he's retiring from that, and he's going to be a 100% coon hunter. But I told him he's going to entertain me one time a year at the Nationals. So we'll see how it goes.
There you go. So you're going to be a full-time coon hunter and not a combination guy anymore, huh, Jaxon?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
come? They're both fun. You get to mess with dogs on both of them. How come you wanting to do one and not the other?
I win more in the hunts than I do in a show.
Oh, I see.
There's more money involved in the hunts.
I wonder where you got that from, Angie.
That apple didn't fall far from the tree, did it?
Angie, when you got to go to the hunt like this, you've got Kevin there, you've got Jaxon there, you're hunting, you're showing, you're doing all that stuff, and you're well known in the show circuit too. You've had a lot of success. Is it easier to have Kevin and Jaxon both there, or is it easier just to go by yourself?
Well, if we're going for the day, we just all go. It's a family affair. So they go, we'll take a show dog or two, and Jaxon will show, and then they'll go to the woods. And usually I just tote my stuff along, and if they need a non-hunting judge for a senior cast, that's where I come into play.
Yeah.
So I don't always get to walk along or be the truck man. I sometimes just go on a different cast and help out, because all youth hunts are non-hunting judges, and we all know how hard those are to get. So
Yes, exactly.
just help where I can.
Kevin, you've been in some of the big stages. You're been in the finals of the $100,000 hunt. You've won a world championship. You've done about everything a handler can do. Are you more nervous when Jaxon's hunting, or are you more nervous when you're in the final 4 of a big hunt?
Anymore, I really don't get nervous when I hunt. But just kind of go with the flow. Just try to. Pretty much, if you get nervous, you normally mess up. So
Yeah.
I just kind of make a joke and go on, just call the dog for what it does. But I do get a little nervous when he gets up and kind of pretty much in the driver's seat and hoping he just don't make something crazy call.
Yeah. Has he done that in the past?
Yeah, he has, and he's a lucky little shit because normally it plays out for him. If I'd have done it, I'd have never worked for me. But it's him and this dog's pretty good. It's like if he messes up, the dog will hurry up and
Yeah.
make it up before anybody else realizes what goes on. But uh, he's lucky when it comes to that. But he's working on it, getting a little bit better. But when he's ahead, he don't have to just be running and gunning.
Yep. Jaxon, when you got that big lead and stuff, do you take a little off the gas, or do you want to just rack up more points with the dog like Money? Because when he goes to treeing coons, you got to feel pretty good when he gets treed. Are you going to be more conservative with a big lead, or are you going to try to really bury him?
Bury him.
I like the spirit. One of those days that'll come back and cost him, won't it, Kevin?
Well, these UKC events, it's all based off of scores, so it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
it's kind of hard to teach them defense because you gotta get with it. And every now and then, when I feel like he's got a big enough score and can't really be beat or be pretty not likely for him that somebody beat that score,
Yeah.
I kind of tell him, hey, look, you might want to just lay back just a hair and maybe slow down, make sure he's good and treed. But
Yep.
if we move spots, I kind of coach him in between. But
Yep.
it's kind of hard to explain that to him.
No, they don't. They don't grasp it. A lot of them are all gas, no brake. But with the dog like Money, the way he's been treeing coons lately, I mean, my gosh, last time I hunted with him, he looked really good. You probably better, you get a dog like that in a kid's hand, it's not nearly as dangerous as a dog that may pull a slick more often or have mistakes more often or something like that.
Yeah, and he does pretty good, but you never know with the dog or a kid, and it's a little bit different when you're hunting for hundreds of thousands of dollars and making putting all your eggs in one basket, treating them through the country, and
Yeah.
don't really need to. But I've just always told him the last year and this year we've worked a little bit more on the rules and different stuff, but I try to keep him a dog. If it gets struck, he can strike it, don't have to worry about the minute and stuff like that. So he knows if he strikes to strike him, if he trees to tree him, and he just kind of lets the rest fall in place.
Yeah. And no, that's probably good, because how old is Jaxon now? How old are you, buddy?
Fixing to turn 9 in August.
Yeah, I didn't think you were even 9 yet, but you're getting pretty close. I mean, this is usually, you figure he's already won 2 national championships, 2 junior national championships, and multiple other casts. A lot of these kids aren't starting until they're 11, 12 years old. So, there's quite a bit of a learning curve, especially for someone that young.
Yeah, I don't try to put too many fundamentals on him. We just go out and have fun. Like when duel comes down, when we hunt with our buddy Lance, we kind of mix him up with dogs and get out there and just pretty much pretend it's a cast, and he strikes and trees him. If he makes a mistake, I try to explain it to him. Or if the dog trees in the ground, I try to explain to him the difference when they're barking and stuff like that. Just different situations, and we've not really covered much of the rules. We're more worried about what the dog's doing.
Yep.
So I told him the rest will fall in place. If you know every bark your dog makes, you'll be fine.
Yep.
Rules don't matter.
Yep. No, that's a good point. And, it's just like a young dog. Teach them one thing at a time, fix one problem at a time. But Jaxon.
He can work his Garmin pretty good. And
yeah.
so that's a big help. Most of them don't know how to operate their Garmin. He's good about operating it and knows what his dog's doing.
Jaxon, what's your dad like to pleasure hunt with? Is it a lot of fun, or can he be a little hard on you on occasion?
He can be a little hard on me on occasion.
What's some of the things your dad says on occasion when you guys are out pleasure hunting? Can you think anything?
No, not really.
Nothing right offhand. Nothing you want to tell everybody.
No.
Jaxon, tell me about Money's loan shark. What kind of dog is he?
He trees coons like I like,
Yeah.
and he's fast. He goes a little too far sometimes, but
What? When was the first time you hunted with him? Have you been hunting with him ever since your dad started hunting him? Pretty much.
yeah.
Did you like him at the very beginning, or did it take a little while to warm up to him?
it took a little while to warm up to him.
Yeah. What was he like when your dad first started hunting him?
He went a couple miles.
Yeah. So he was out of pocket every now and then, huh?
Yeah.
Did he
He
get?
run a bunch of deer,
Yeah.
run a bunch of junk when he was younger, and he'd fall asleep waiting on him to get treed.
Well, we've all had dogs like that, Jackson, but it turns out he turned out to be pretty good. Is it something that you want to tell your dad you want to keep and hunt for a long time, or are you always looking for another one?
Always looking for another one.
Well, that apple didn't fall very far from the tree either, did it?
There's only one reason he's still here, and that's his mother.
Yeah.
Me and him would have done sold him.
It's hard to be me.
Angie, are you the voice of reason when it comes to when to keep a dog and when to sell a dog?
I'm trying. It's hard. I'm outvoted 2-1 all the time.
Well, and Kevin, does it affect how, because, Jackson warms up to the dog. He does well with the dog. Maybe there's nothing, but you always got something maybe waiting in the wings too, but does that affect whether you sell a dog or not? Maybe this is the one that Jackson really succeeds with, so maybe I'll hold on to it maybe a little longer.
This one here ain't probably going nowhere unless something really happens. We need the money, but as of right now, he's not going nowhere. And the biggest reason he ain't going nowhere just because he's off of big money, and
Yeah.
he's probably literally one of the best ones that I've ever cut loose.
Yeah.
And I've had a bunch here, and I don't pull a Strickland and say that every other weekend it's the best one because I win a cast with her 100,000. But this is the best one that I've ever unsnapped, just night in and night out, and he's consistent, and he can tree any kind of coon.
Yeah.
And dogs don't bother. If they follow him around, he still trees coons, and he's kind of bulletproof. And like I said, he's the last one off of big money, and I'm hoping he reproduces, and I can kind of carry on the legacy that I've kind of had already. So go from there.
When you think of some of them, Bit and Bank and a bunch of others that you've had come through, they're all awesome dogs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them all, but it seems to me like Shark is he's more my style of dog. Is that kind of the same thing he is for you?
Yeah, we've all focused on deep and alone and flashy and classy, and these hunts, 90 minutes anymore and stuff like that. It's that dog that's sitting in there a mile. Nobody's wanting to walk to him. They ain't got the hunting for you to hunt them kind of dogs, and it's kind of starting to tighten up. And which now he will go. I mean, he gets crazy sometimes, but for the most part, if you're in coons, he trees coons, and that's the biggest thing that separates him from the rest of them is just the amount of coons that he trees, and it don't take him all night to do it. We've had bigger scores with him than the rest of them combined, The biggest thing that I like is just that he ain't out there all night. You're not sitting in one spot waiting on him to tree.
Yeah.
About every 20 minutes, he's treed somewhere.
And that style of dog, like I told somebody the other day that deep and alone will get you beat in the semifinals anymore. And you look at dogs.
Something will walk with you and tree coons. There's so many coons anymore. And,
exactly.
It's just time and time again. And them dogs are in there a mile. I mean, they're good dogs. And I've had a bunch of them, but they lack ability. They don't have the ability to tree them coons in between A to B, or A to D. The ones in the middle when you're walking to them is the ones that are beating you, especially, in these organizations that are, there's no leash lock because that dog can tree a coon. You can cut it right back loose. If he goes over 200 yards and trees another coon, you ain't even treed in yet. I mean, that's hard to beat.
Yep, it is. And you look at dogs that are succeeding right now. Crash is that style too. Crash is going to get treed quite a bit, and he's not going to be wild and crazy and stuff like that. And I assume, that might be the wave of the future.
It's definitely you're starting to see more and more of it. It's just hard to find that good balance. When you go to other places and coons are not there to tree, that they don't spend a lot of time just waiting, looking for something that ain't there. So, and I've had success with him everywhere I've went. So I feel like he's going to be pretty well balanced, but time will tell.
He's not a very old dog either.
No, he just turned 2 last month, and about the middle of June, he looked good. Turned 2, so I think we won roughly probably close to 60,000 with him. He's a Grand Knight with 2 or 3 wins towards Grand 2, so
Well, you got a big future. Jackson's got a big future. Jackson, do you think you're going to find a better one than that one, or do you think that one's going to last you quite a while?
I think that one's gonna last me quite a while.
All right. Well, that is all I got for you guys. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate Kevin and Angie and Jackson sitting down with me. Jackson, before we go, what do you guys got planned for your hunts here coming up the rest of the summer? You got anything special coming up?
You really don't have nothing. We ain't got nothing really planned. We're gonna hit some of these bigger hunts next couple weekends here. We got the $50,000 PKC hunt starts Friday, and we're gonna take him down there. And then we got a couple entries to the side by side hunt and pro sport in Kentucky here in a couple weeks, and then we're probably gonna back up. He'll be going back to school, and we might or might not hunt in autumn oaks. We ain't really decided yet, but and we'll focus back on getting to school and doing good in school.
Yeah. What about the PKC Youth World?
I don't know. We've talked about it, but them late rounds, he still ain't. He goes to wanting to fall asleep a little bit in between rounds.
I took Jace. I took my first one, or Jace went to his first one. He was 8. And I would advise against it.
Yeah, so I ain't. If he wants to go, we normally go. If he don't want to go, we don't go. So that's just kind of how we roll with that. It might be a last minute deal. Might pop down there and go, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Jackson and Kevin and Angie and all your guys' success. It's really cool to see you guys doing this as a family. It's cool to see my gosh, Jackson. I think the first time I seen him was at Autumn Oaks when he was 3 or 4 years old, and you could tell that he was going to be probably a chip off the old block, and it looks like he is off both of you. And so, I just want to say congratulations, Jackson. You've done a heck of a job so far. You got a big career ahead of you, so you just make sure and keep your dad in line and listen to your mother.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for joining me.
Yep, thanks.
All right, we'll see you later. All right, that is Kevin, Jackson, and Angie Cable. Very nice of them to get on the show. Congratulations to Jackson. He's done a great job with that little dog and with other dogs. So look for him in the future, and he's going to be a bear to draw on a cast. So, yeah, that's it. This is Tree Dog Tuesday. Tune in tomorrow. We got Wade sitting down with us for Working Dog Wednesday, so it should be a good one as well. We'll see you on down the road.